Hey everybody, welcome back to Roller Rips. This is Ron with part 3 of our 1992 baseball edition. If you watched the last video, you know how excited I got. I hit this Deion Sanders short print. I think if it gets PSA graded to a 10, it's like a $250 card. This Nolan Ryan was like $60. This Ken Griffey Jr. was $60. And the Juan Gonzalez, I think raw was like $20, right? Those were kind of the big hits. Really happy about that one. We have 4 or 5 more packs to go, so let's get into it and see how we do. Seems like every pack we've noticed is sort of started with a home run leaders. Let's see if that's actually a thing, and this one starts the same way. All right. There we go. Don't want to damage the cards. And it is. It's a home run leaders. We got Cal Ripken Jr. Always good. All right, let's set that down. Next card we've got. All right, this looks like the Houston checklist with Craig Biggio. All right, Joe Slusarski. Oh, checklist. Sid Fernandez. Mike Pagliario, Alan Anderson, Jim Eisenreich. All right, what do we got here? Brian Harvey, Tom Gordon, Omar Olivares, John Smoltz batting? What? John Smoltz is a pitcher. What the hell? Oh, the National League. It's just weird to see a pitcher batting in a card. I'm going to have to look that one up because, again, that just doesn't seem normal to me. All right, we've got Darren Jackson. That looks like Roberto Alomar. It is. Tony Gwynn. There's Deion Sanders again. We've got Bill Pecota, Chris Hoyles, Dave Magadan. Who's this? Steve Decker for the Phillies. Tyler Green. Another checklist. And Jeff Juden for the Astros. All right, nothing spectacular in that, but I do want to look at that John Smoltz card. It just seems so weird having a pitcher's picture. I know that the National League batted, right, before the designated hitter came in for the National League, but it just seems so weird seeing a pitcher bat. There's Joe Carter on the home runs leader. So again, every card seems to start with a home runs leader. Is this another Ted Williams? So all of the old baseball heroes, the set has a bunch of Ted Williams in it. We got one in the first video. Go back and take a look at that. Carlos Garcia, Dave Otto, Pete Shurick, Mark Lee. That looks like, nope, it's not. I thought it was Dennis Eckersley. Gene Nelson, Randy Tomlin, Ozzie Guillen. Oh, another Expo. Who we got? Andres Galarraga, the cat. Let's see here. Bob Milwaukee, Kelly Gruber. We've got Mike Maddox, Greg Maddux, Jeff Bagwell, Ivan Rodriguez, Willie Wilson. There's actually a Tim Raines in here. Wouldn't mind, or not a Tim Raines, sorry, a Ricky Henderson in here. Wouldn't mind getting to. Brady Anderson, Hubie Brooks. You know what they say, ask and you shall receive. Dave Righetti, Kurt Miller. The Yankees checklist, and Kyle Abbott. Next pack. All right. I think you gotta do them from the bottom. It just seems like it's weaker at the bottom. All right, here we go. Home run leader, Darryl Strawberry. What do we got? We've got Robbie Thompson, Cal Ripken Jr., best defensive player. There we go. Russ Swan, Mike Stanton, Brian Harper. Like I said, if you flipping these cards around, Mike Gardner, Mark Gardner, without an eye, Thomas Howard, Ernest Riles, Daryl Hamilton, Mike Heath, Pat Ferris, Rick Wilkins, Howard Johnson. We've got Jose Rijos, Eddie Murray, Frank Thomas again. The card we got for Frank Thomas before was a little different. Willie McGee, Lenny Harris. Looks like they put a couple of different cards in for certain players, eh? Sid Landrum. There it is, Pedro Martinez, card number 18. That's his rookie card. This is that's a hit right there. So we were looking for this one. This one, again, $40 card. Pretty happy with that. Nice to get a Pedro Martinez card. I know that one did sell in December of 24 for 25 bucks. So happy with that one. We'll set Pedro over here. Come on, there we go. And finally, we got a Royals checklist. So, as I mentioned, I paid $10 for these 15 packs. Do you think I got my money's worth? I personally do, but love to hear your comments down below. Yeah, sometimes you get lucky at an auction. People don't realize what they're looking at, right? So, all right, we've got Paul O'Neill. And the fun of ripping the packs too, right? Darren Fletcher, Jesse Barfield, Bob Walk. You know, if you're a pitcher, you don't want a last name of Walk. Okay, I'm just going to say it right there. Luis Mercedes, Brooke Jacoby, Larry Anderson. What else we got here? Glenallen Hill, Scott Sanderson, Sid Bream, Mark Gubik, I can't say it, sorry. Junior Felix, Bruce Ruffin, Darren Kyle. Look at Cecil Fielder. Look at that. Was he getting a foot massage from the mascot? Okay. Over here we've got Al Osuna, Kevin Mitchell, Cal Ripken Jr. Look at that. That's a card I'm going to look up. Anything Cal Ripken Jr., you know, it's a hit. Mike Gallego, Terry Kennedy, Francisco Olivares, Andy Ashby, and there's Frank Thomas again, so it's the White Sox checklist. Nice. Last pack. All right, pretty happy so far. I've hit a few of the bigger ones. I hit the Ken Griffey Jr. I hit the Deion Sanders Prime Time card, which was great. The Pedro Martinez, the Nolan Ryan. So, yeah, this has been a good three-part series here. Really happy with this. All right, this home run leader, we got Jay Buhner. Okay, moving on. We've got Billy Ripken again. There's the Cecil Fielder where he's not getting his feet massaged. All right, we've got Henry Cotto. Oh, look at that. Another hit. We got Nolan Ryan again. I'm happy with that. Huge Nolan Ryan fan. I loved it with when he was in Houston. It was him and J.R. Richards. They were both throwing over 100. Like, imagine having to face that lineup of pitchers in like a 3-game series when you get two guys that are throwing over 100. So, all right, let's keep going. Ellis Burks, Paul Asenmacher. That's a harder one. Bo Jackson. There's another one. We were looking for Bo too. I will say that December of this past year, the Bo Jackson cards sold for $27, I think it was. So, yep, happy with that one. I'm just going to set him in front of Nolan Ryan over here just to diversify my picture. All right, Charlie Hugh, Tom Foley, Jerome Walton, Greg Harris, Scott Brosius. All right, what do we got here? We got Todd Stottlemyre, Joe Rihu, Robin Ventura, Howard Johnson. That's my third Hojo card. Greg Gagne, Jeff Hudson. What's this one? Greg Olson, Edward Perez. Got an Expo. Who's that? Wilfredo Cordero and the Ricky Henderson, but not the Ricky Henderson I was looking for. This is the Ricky Henderson checklist. I was looking for the Ricky Henderson card number 155. I know that sold for $50 recently, but nope, not the right one. So, all right, so that is 1992 Upper Deck Baseball. What did you think? I'm personally thrilled. $10, 15 packs, several hits. I'm going to post some of these up on eBay. I might even just start with this double Nolan Ryan card, just raw, to see what I can get for it. So check us out at Roller5452 on eBay. It's in the description. And yeah, you can see some of the cards that we pulled here today and say, hey, not only do I have the card, but I have the video where the card was pulled. I hope you enjoyed the content, and like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of May. We're sitting at 18 right now. I appreciate every one of you, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.